the AI Governance Mentor Series, presented by the Black Cyber Podcast.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me here today. My name is Albert Kittoe. I am a project manager and recently just qualified my artificial intelligence governance. And I'm really excited to be part of this conversation regarding artificial intelligence governance mentorship series, which is being hosted by George. And let's get into it. So, the first question: how did I pivot into an interest in AI governance, and what was my why? That's a very interesting question. How did I pivot into AI governance? So, as I said in my introduction, I'm a project manager by profession, and a very enthusiastic privacy professional as well. So, end of last year, I was talking to my family about what the trends were on the market, and my 12 years old and 7-year olds were telling me, Daddy, we've started learning artificial intelligence at school. So I was like, that's very interesting. At this age, a 7-year-old learning artificial intelligence. So it just clicked that what is there about artificial intelligence to protect my daughters? So I did a bit of research, and that was where I found artificial intelligence governance as one of the things that were coming on the market. And for that reason, I decided I would want to learn it, at least for nothing at all for my daughters, and also for the work that I do, because I work in a very sensitive environment, to be able to support my organization with what the learnings I'll be taking from it. Because if I'm able to support my family, then yes, it's good to support the community as well. And so, in a nutshell, my daughters became a why to be able to protect them, but that is why I also pivoted in artificial intelligence. The second question you sent to me was, what made me pursue AIGP? That's very simple. After my research, I thought this is the right path because I was already with IAPP, and the only qualification they were offering on artificial intelligence at this point in time was artificial intelligence governance professional, which is AIGP. So then it just made sense for me to continue with IAPP, hence my pursuit for AIGP, which I'll come on to how I did it. What were the benefits of getting the certification, and what was the study strategy? The benefits is in two folds. One is giving me visibility. Visibility in the sense that now I am able to have that right conversation with the right people in the room, even virtually. And I'm able to analyze AI tools properly. And also, ultimately, it's giving me something to highlight my CV to say, hey, I'm also here. If you're looking out for someone doing AI governance, I'm here and I'm someone that is going to help your organization. And ultimately, the benefit I've gotten out of it is I'm able to teach my girls about the risk and opportunities in AI through my studies. How did I actually study, or what was my study strategy? As I said, beginning of the year, I thought of it as something I wanted to do. And somewhere February, I spoke to Jamal, who is one of the best in privacy in UK. So I spoke to him and I was like, I've been thinking about it. What's your take? And he just smiled and he said, you know what? If that's what you want, I think it's the right decision. And so I signed up to a training. I didn't do full self study. I did train with Privacy Pros Academy. So initially they gave me a pre-recorded document or videos, which then I said, this is my why is because of my daughters, which is stronger than any other thing. My family is everything to me. So I was studying minimum of 5 hours a day from somewhere March till 2nd of June when I took the exam. Even in between work, I meant to start work like 9, but I always made sure I'm in my office because I work predominantly from home. I'm in my office from around 6:30, and I'll study till around 8. Um, that's the minimum. If I don't have any emergency meetings, even though I'm meant to start 9, I normally want to start early so that I give myself a head start. So around 6:30 to 8 minimum, and then I continue in my lunch break. So my lunch, I will continue studying another hour, and when I finish work, I continue till around 8:30 p.m. or sometimes I go to around 10. So hence I said my average study time was 5 hours, and this was from March till 2nd of April. So it was very, very manual. Like I was asking questions. So when we started the actual lesson, I was about 3 steps ahead, and I was able to engage. And my engagement led me to actually feeling I needed to book the exam straight away after the first lesson. And that was how I did it. And as I talk to you, I'm actually the record holder within Privacy Pros Academy as to the person that has completed his exam in the fastest time after the training. That's less than 48 hours after the training. So my strategy is learn, ask enough questions, engage with people within the industry, put yourself out there, gain clarity, be confident in yourself, and you'll be able to achieve it. But ultimately, let your why be strong enough that nothing will derail you from it. And George, your next question is to the effect of, do I have any advice for someone looking to start a career in AI governance? My advice will be define your why. Define your why. Don't start from how, but define your why. Why do I think AI governance is a profession for me? What do I need to do? Look at your studying style. Am I visual in my studies, or am I the type that like to read? If you identify your style, so that is what you need to do to achieve your why, because your why is strong. And then how do I do it? As I said, I studied, I asked a lot of questions, I engaged with a lot more people. But if you want to start a career in there, I would say this is the time, because it is fresh on the market. So go for it. Don't let anything stop you, as long as you find it as a career path for yourself. And I think the last question, which always makes me smile, is give me your elevator pitch on your expertise and where you can be reached. That's very interesting. As I think I've given a bit of myself. So my elevator pitch is going to be, I am a project manager who specializes in navigating complex projects, because I love dealing with complex projects with intersection in technology. So if you're out there and you're looking for someone that is going to deal with complex projects, intersecting with technology, and highlighting the privacy and AI governance aspects, here I am for you. But my secret weapon is the fact that I'm a strong business analyst as well. That lets me bridge the gap between technical teams and business needs, ensuring our innovations are not just compliant but genuinely impactful. So ultimately, when you have someone like me in your business, I'm not just coming in to tell you all the risk or all the opportunities, but we need to be able to look at the business needs and then and make sure it aligns with the innovation to increase your return on investments. Basically, I can be reached on my LinkedIn, so just check Albert Kittoe, and then yes, that is me. You see Albert Kittoe with a number of suffixes after my name. Once you see my picture, that is the person you are talking to. Connect, Ask me as much questions as you want, and I'll be more than glad to respond to it. Thank you.